Hey, my good people. Yes, yes, yes. You know what time it is, and if you don't know, you're about to get familiar. I promise you that. It's Monday, it's 9 o'clock, and that means it's time for YRDtv. So, what's really going on? We're live right now. I haven't gone live with you all in a minute. Been very busy, big things popping, but I'm gonna tell you what, we live now. So, if you're watching right now, do me a favor, share some love with me. Let me know you're rocking. Don't let me know that I'm not talking to my computer screen. Let me know that you're here in the building. Let's share that energy. My name is Rob Pasker. I'm the NARAB National Director at Large, and I am your host of YRD TV. So, for those that don't know about NARAB, for those that don't know about YRD, this is a special episode for you all because, we come out here every Monday, and every Monday we are talking about what realtists are doing across the country. But I think that some of you need to understand what a realtist is. So, with that being said, let's get into it, right? So, for those that don't know, NARAB is an acronym for the National Association of Real Estate Brokers, which is the oldest and largest African American real estate association in the country. So we have over 90 local chapters across 35 states. So NARAB is the premier network of black real estate professionals across the country. Okay, but we are here for YRD TV, which is YRD is one of NARAB's 10 affiliate organizations. So the Young Realtist division of NARAB was founded in 1996 with the mission of redefining the real estate culture for tomorrow's leaders by empowering the youth and communities through wealth building, career exposure, mentorship, professional development, and leadership training. We are the organization within NARAB that takes our new members and gets them plugged in. Let them know what we're all about and how they can get involved and make their communities a better place. So, with that being said, with YRD TV, we are excited to have the opportunity to provide unique programming that will highlight and celebrate relevant information, policies, and real life stories surrounding black real estate in the United States, because it's very important, people. Very important. So, this is a movement. Literally, we are working to liberate our communities. We're helping one family at a time. We're advocating for our communities, and we're building our businesses in the process. And, with all that we're doing, it's going to take all of us to do it in our communities to really push that needle of black wealth in America. So, like I said, if you're watching right now, hit that like button. If you're watching right now, hit that comment button. I know there's at least 3 of y'all watching and y'all just lurking right now. You're lurking right now, but that's okay. That's all good. So today, like I said, I really want to get you all familiar with NARAB because we've been around for 75 years as an organization, and there are still people who don't know who we are. So I'm going to take the time today to let you know who we are. So let's get into it. Talk to you about an organization that's helped me change my life, an organization that's empowered me to change other people's lives. There is no organization that I've ever seen like NARAB. It truly is a divine organization. Shout out to Camille. What's going on, Madam Holmes? What's happening? I appreciate the love. But like I was saying, there's no organization I've seen like NARAB. And I'm just so excited for the things that are to come. And I'm going to tell you some of the things that are to come with NARAB and what we're working on nationally and also locally within our communities. So like I said, let's get into it one time. So look at that shield. You see that shield right there? Get familiar with it, because if you're not, get familiar with it, all right? Get familiar with it, all right? NARAB, like I said, is the National Association of Real Estate Brokers. We are the oldest and largest minority trade association in the country. So it started in 1947 by 12 black real estate brokers. And the mission of NARAB, our mantra, is democracy and housing. We've been fighting for equal opportunity and civil rights advocacy in real estate in North America since 1947, which is 75 years. We are we celebrating our 75th year anniversary. So when you talk about 75 years as an organization, who else can say 75 years? The NBA just celebrated 75 years. That's a big deal. And so as a black man, I couldn't be a realtor into the 70s. So what does that mean? As a real estate professional, And mind you, NARAB isn't just agents. NARAB is not just brokers. NARAB is anybody in the real estate industry who is passionate about building black wealth. So yes, we have brokers, we have agents, we have lenders in our organization, we have insurance companies in our organization. Okay, we have contractors, developers, appraisers, you name it, anybody. We have lawn people, people that do landscaping is in our organization. We have education companies in our organization. Like, it's just endless. And it's, the main thing that ties us all together is that we are passionate about building black wealth. And if you ask me, black wealth is true liberation. You know, we've had people come, we have generations come before us and liberate us legally. We're not property anymore. We had to go through that to where the point we had to literally fight to not be considered property, right? To be considered humans. That's crazy. But hey, it's history. We've had people that came through and got us our rights as citizens, our voting rights, which NARAB was instrumental in helping to form legislation for the Voting Rights Act of 1965. Okay? NARAB was instrumental in helping form legislation for the Fair Housing Act of 1968. Okay? The Community Reinvestment Act of 1977. NARAB was at the table. Realtists were at the table. When we've been there since 1947 fighting for black rights in the financial space through real estate. And so, like I said, I couldn't be a realtor until the 70s. People in real estate know we have what's called the multiple listing service, which is a database that realtors share to get property sold. And so as a black man, they wouldn't let me into the MLS until the 70s, y'all. That's crazy that they try to blackball us out of a whole industry, not just the whole industry, but the industry that most Americans use to build wealth. So we coined ourselves the Realtist, and it was real serious to the point where the National Association of Realtors actually sued the Realtist in the 50s because of our name, the Realtist. And they sued us in court and they lost. And to this day, we are the Realtist. So like I said, it was started by 12 black brokers, 11 men, 1 woman from all over the country. I'm here in Ohio. We had a founder out of Cincinnati. We got a couple from Detroit. I'm in Toledo. Detroit's like 45 minutes from me. We had a few out of Detroit. 4 out of Detroit to be exact. So, hey, we got to hold it down. Region 8. If y'all watching right now, Region 8, we in the building. But, so we stand on the shoulders of giants. NARAB is an offshoot of Booker T. Washington's Negro Business League. So this is history that we're standing in, and it's history that we're continuing to create moving forward, realtors across the country. But I'm going to pause for the cause because I don't have enough likes. I don't have enough shares. I don't have enough comments. What y'all doing? It's Monday night and y'all just kind of scrolling right now. I'm just scrolling right now. Nah, so since y'all not gonna go ahead and share, I'm gonna get on my Facebook and hit the share button a couple times. That's what I'm gonna do. Because y'all not helping me right now, and it's all good. It's like that sometimes, right? But we gonna change that because we here every Monday night. Every Monday night is going down and y'all need to be here. So like we got a few shares, okay. We got a few shares. Here, let me switch this up. Let me switch it up. I'm going to tell y'all what we're doing here now. I just told you about the history that we stand on, but I'm going to go back and tell you about what we're doing today and age. What are realtors doing this day and age, and how can realtors get involved, not even at the national level, at your state level, and also at the local level. How can you take the programming that's been created and bring it to your home? That's what we're going to discuss here. So if you're watching right now, hit that like button, hit that comment, push it up the algorithm. I'm sharing this to a couple of groups because, we got to get this out here for the people. I appreciate that. Yeah, appreciate the tags. Yes. It's going down right now. So we're going to share that. Boom. We're going to share that. Let's go. Let's go. All right, let's get back into it. Y'all rocking with me? Are you with me? By the way, hit the link in the bio if you're watching right now and you're a realtist, you want to become a realtist. I need guests for YRDtv. I don't want to be up here talking by myself every week. Hit the link in my bio. Nominate somebody to be a guest. Hit the link in my bio. Join NARAB. Yes. Hold it down. Let me know where you're from. I see Memphis is in the building. Let's get back to it though. So we just talked about the history. Let's talk about, what we're doing. We have our president, Madam Lydia Pope, out of Cleveland, Ohio, holding it down right now. And we're blessed to have her. She's only the third woman president in the 75-year history of NARAB. And, the programming that she has created has laid a foundation that all realtists can stand on across the country and touch our communities. So shout out to her, Madam Lydia Pope. We just came back from our 75th anniversary celebration in Tampa Bay. So NARAB started in Tampa Bay. We had our 75th there in Tampa Bay. We're going to have our 100 year there in Tampa Bay, and I just pray to God that I'm here for that. But with that being said, let's talk about some of the programming. Let's talk about Madam Pope's vision and how it relates to us as realtists in our communities. So we have what's called the 5 pillars of NARAB. 5 pillars that we can all stand on, okay? And these 5 pillars represents NARAB's 5 strategic priorities. And the goal is to build black wealth. This is a Building Black Wealth program with 5 pillars. It consists of initiatives designed to address the myriad of concerns having an impact upon NARAB's ability to increase black ownership, as described in NARAB's annual edition of the State of Housing in Black America, our Sheba report, which is the brainchild of our past president, Julius Cartwright, out of Cleveland, Ohio. This was his brainchild, his baby. The Sheba report is a collection of information surrounding black home ownership, black credit, black wealth in America. And if you haven't seen it, go to narab.com and go see it for yourself, because knowledge is power. The numbers don't lie. And these are numbers that you can stand on when you need to go talk to people and you need to push some people to make some moves. You advocating for your community. You can stand on these numbers in the Sheba report. So go check it out. Okay? But let's talk more about these pillars here. So we have 5 pillars, and each pillar is administrated by one of our vice presidents. So we have our president-elect, Madam Courtney Johnson Rose, out of Houston. She got elected as our president-elect at our convention here. So congratulations to her. This is the first time in history we're going to have back-to-back women presidents in NARAB. She'll be, God willing, she wins her election. She'll be the 4th woman president of NARAB, and one of her babies, she got a couple of babies up here, but something that she is very passionate about is working with the faith-based and community engagement. That's her pillar. So statistics say that over 75% of black Americans reported that they are affiliated with a religious organization in their community. And a large percentage of professional black Americans belong to a civic or professional organization such as Divine Nine, such as NAACP, Urban League, whatever have you. So the faith-based and community engagement pillar is focused on educating our audience about homeownership, which is black Americans, and also inspiring them to purchase real estate. And we do this through strategic MUOs. And if you don't know what MOU. If you don't know what an MOU is, stands for Memorandum of Understanding, and it's when 2 organizations present some type of partnership to one another that helps each other reach their mutual goals. So NARAB has MOUs, Memorandum of Understandings, with different organizations, faith-based organizations, national organizations such as the Church of God in Christ, amongst others, as well as with some Divine Nine. The first MOU that we created with the Divine Nine was with Alpha Phi Alpha, which is the first Divine Nine national organization. So it's only fitting that we start with the brothers of Alpha Phi Alpha, and we have other relationships being built as we speak right now. So if you want to get involved on this, you want to come to a convention and you want to get your faith-based and community engagement certification. That's why it's important to come to our conventions, come to the midwinters, because we give out certifications and education that you cannot get in your local markets unless you bring somebody from national. So with that certification, they're going to educate you on how to approach the leaders of these organizations. They'll also educate you on the nuances, because honestly, you're not going to approach a Baptist pastor the same way you would approach an AME, African Methodist Episcopalian bishop or pastor. You're not going to approach the president of a Divine Nine organization in your community the same way you're going to approach a pastor. Okay, so you need to learn the nuances, and you need to, and that's where that certification comes in. So that's why it's important to come to the national conventions so you can get these certifications. Because think about it, I'm from Toledo. What do they call Toledo? Holy Toledo. We have a church on nearly every corner in Toledo. Literally, I can't drive more than 3 minutes without coming across a church. So with that being said, how much opportunity am I leaving on the table by not approaching these churches, not approaching these leaders to spread the good news about NARAB and the Realtist and our mission and how we can affect that congregation, and how if that congregation were to have more homeowners, how that would not just make the church a better place to be, but how would that just increase the sustainability of the church. And also, it's not even just about the people in the church. Sometimes, with this faith-based and community engagement pillar, it's about teaching the leaders of these organizations how to utilize real estate to support their organizations, whether that means pastors, learning how to become developers, learning how to acquire properties with their 501A, teaching them how to take property and support their ministries based off the property they own versus trying to live off of the tithes. That's paradigm shifting for ministries, right? And it's the same thing for these civic organizations as well. So as you can see, there's a lot of opportunity in the faith-based and civic engagement. And it's amazing. Shout out to Madam Reddit in the building. Memphis is in the building, y'all. Yes. We got our YRD chaplain, parliamentarian. We got our parliamentarian. Put some respect on his name. Mr. Otis Milton in the building, California. I'm loving it. Yes. Okay, but let's talk more. Let's talk more. Let's move on to the not that. Let's move on to the next pillar. Women in real estate. Okay? Women in real estate. Shout out to our YRD second vice president. Shout out to NARAB national treasurer, Madam Rashida Jones is in the building. Memphis is thick right now in the building. If you're watching, do me a favor, like, share, comment. That's the best thing y'all can do, is just hit that share button, put it on somebody's timeline, because we're here. It's so many people. We're here as Realtists, and I don't know too many organizations where the people are as passionate about the organization as Realtists are about our organization. But our challenge is letting our communities know, letting the people know who we are, because we're a secret. We're one of the best kept secrets in our communities, hands down. One of the best kept secrets in our communities, hands down. And so one of my goals is making NARAB a household name. Like, amongst the black community, when somebody say Realtist, they should already know what it is, and they should already know what it be. So that's what we're talking about right here. So we got VP YRD Memphis, Camille Davis Holmes in the building. Yes. We have our recording secretary, Madam Imani Bro Smith. Imani, I need to get you on YRDtv. We're gonna get you on here, right? But hey, let's keep it going. Let's talk about women in real estate, because hey, we got to keep it real. The women, black women, have one of the most educated groups in America, one of the most educated demographics, despite the struggles, despite the adversity, despite the systemic pressures. Black women have risen to be the most educated group in America. And so we know, black women are hungry. Black women, they overcome adversity, they eat obstacles. And as Realtists, we want to make sure that our black women are familiar with real estate and know the benefits of real estate. So the goals of this initiative is to increase access to financial information and capital for black women, to increase black homeownership and real estate investment for black women, as well as the development of affordable housing for black women, as well as we want to see more black women develop as well. Because we love our women. It's femininity. What is we have the masculinity. Masculinity is to support, but life flows through that feminine principle, and that's it. You got masculinity and femininity, and when the two connect, you have life. But that life flows. Like, I can have the plug all day, but without the socket, what's it worth, right? I can have the plug all day, but without the socket, what's it worth? So we want to continue to empower our women, because the state of our women is going to be the state of our nation as a whole. So that's what we do. Yeah, like she said, Madam Jones said, wire is fire. Wire is fire. Get with it or get left. You already know. Yes, Madam Reddit. She says, black women are natural leaders and ready to increase wealth. Legacy is sexy. And yes, if realtors don't do nothing else, we keep it sexy. We keep it sexy. You already know. So let's move on to the next one, our DEI, diversity, equity, inclusion, and small business pillar. So the thing about this pillar, if we're in this organization, most of us are entrepreneurs. Most of us are small businesses, right? And so with that being said, not only are we just small businesses, most of us represent minority small businesses, women-owned small businesses. And with that being said, there's a lot of money, there's a lot of initiatives and support out there for small businesses. But the issue is that most of us don't have our business structured in a certain way for us to take advantage of these initiatives and this support that's out there. So the DEI and small business pillar is designed to help realtors structure their businesses so that they can take advantage of the opportunities out here in regards to certifications, in regards to grants, in regards to opportunities and working and developing for the government at different levels. So another piece of this is empowering Realtist members to go and get involved in local boards in their communities. And that's something here in Toledo that we're at. It's like now you got to split up. We need to split up, right? Because we have an organization of Realtists. We know what it is as Realtists, but it's like preaching to the choir. So what we're doing now in my chapter in Toledo is it's time to look at different organizations in the city through which have an impact on housing, and how can we get on these boards? How can we divide and conquer and increase our influence as a whole? And as Realtists, we need to be thinking on that level, because we can work in silos all day, and we've been working in silos for decades. It's time to branch out and build our influence. So that's what that pillar is all about. The next pillar, and this is one of the babies of our now second vice president, Mr. Danny Felton out of South Florida, the multi-generational wealth pillar. So NARAB understands that wealth building concept, plans, and execution should be addressed on a multi-generational basis. Multi-generational. Black wealth, Black home ownership needs to be addressed on a multi-generational level. And so with that being said, if you were at the national convention, you saw a lot of kids running around because we had our NARAB Youth Leadership Academy going on. One time, let me give a shout out to our first vice president out of Chicago by way of New York, Mr. Daryl Powell Lee, my brother in the building. What's going on? What's happening? So yeah, multi-generation, we got to go back and teach those babies. We got to plant those seeds for those babies, because that's it. They say raise a child up and they'll go in that way. So as NARAB, we want to make sure that we are planting seeds within our youth to continue not only just to raise them up, but we got to lay these seeds for the future of our organization. Number 2, the NARAB Millennial Movement, focus on Gen Z and millennial consumers. And so with that being said, I'm the Millennial Committee Chairman, and we are working on programming to reach the millennials, because if we are going to move the needle of Black home ownership, we have to go after millennials, because millennials are the largest block of homeowners right now. So, my idea is you got to reach millennials where they're at. And so sort of like same thing, faith-based community engagement is under that pillar as well. You got to marry them together, because we have to meet the millennials where they are. And that means going to where they frequent, going to the Black-owned establishments in our cities and setting up what's called plug talk sessions, where we bring in information that they want to know. I asked one of a bar owner. I'm gonna just call it a bar. Some bomb food. We go for the food, but they stay for the drinks, you know. But I asked him. I said, when it comes to real estate, what do people want to know? And he said, man, we just want to know the game. Give us the game, and that's it. People want the game, y'all. And guess who has it? Realtist. We have it, unlike anybody else has it. So, you know, we're working on that. Stay tuned. We should have something rolling out for Midwinter there. And then we got to keep our senior citizens. You know, we got to take care of the vanguards that came before us and make sure that they have what they need in regards to wealth building, as far as sustaining the wealth that they've built, as well as passing that wealth along. And so, I mean, that right there, multi-generational wealth is necessary. And like it says, we have to hit every generation. Yes, Madam Holmes, she says, hold on, let me bring it here. Madam Holmes, she says, yes, the Youth Academy was awesome. My daughter loved it and is ready for midwinter. You know, those conventions, there's so much going on at the conventions. I want to bring my babies, man. Next time, I'm going to get my mother to come. Somebody's going to come because I need my babies to come. I need my babies to be there. But y'all know me, I'll be running around. It gets tough. But yeah, I mean, I did a video about the Youth Leadership Academy. Check out my IG. If it ain't dropped, it's about to. But they did a lot of great things. You know, they taught the kids a lot. You know, they talked to them about real estate. They talked to them about cybersecurity. My niece was in town for at least one day, and she went in and sat on a session where they were teaching the kids about how to be safe online, how to not get scammed online, how to recognize links, how to do a fact checker. They taught them about fact check websites. And think about it, this is something that our kids need to know, you know. And beyond that, you know, the kids older kids did resumes. They got headshots, the older kids. They went on field trips. I mean, it was phenomenal stuff. Phenomenal stuff, you know. And come on now, where are they doing it like this outside of NARAB? They're not. But it says, Ms. Reddit, she says, our village must be willing to learn, earn, and return. Learn, earn, and return. We have no excuse. Hold on, bring it back. Anyone who wants to own a house or business can do it. YRD has the knowledge, experience, and connections. Now is the time. Yes, indeed. And so, hey, we are an affiliate of NARAB, and we represent the newest leaders within our organization. And, you know, that's what we're here for, to develop. First and foremost, we want to develop. We want to find our way in this organization, and we want to take the organization to a next level, and that's what we are doing. Shout out to our president, Madam Tamisha Wells, for leading the charge, because that is not an easy task to take on, but she is doing it, and she is running with flying colors. Our Realtist of the Year, YRD, is the affiliate of the year. Shout out to my YRD family, doing it like no other. Let's talk about this last pillar here. This is headed up by our first vice president, Mr. Ashley Thomas, out of California. Government policy. I mean, this is what NARAB was started for. We got to touch the policy. We have to use our influence and advocate for our people in our communities. And so, like I said, NARAB has been instrumental from day one. We helped mold legislation for the Voting Rights Act of 1965. We helped write legislation for the Fair Housing Act of 1968. We helped write legislation for the Community Reinvestment Act of 1977, which I used the CRA loan to buy my house. And man, if I told y'all how much I had to spend because of this CRA loan to buy my house, y'all probably be sick. But people are still standing on it decades and decades later. And myself, I'm still standing on the work that Realtist did decades ago. Moving forward, you know, NARAB helped form the Department of Housing and Urban Development, FHA, the GSEs, Freddie Mac, Fannie Mae. Okay, and we are still to this day pushing for legislation that break down impediments, systemic impediments to black home ownership. And so we have 4 different initiatives, 4 different priorities in regards to NARAB and what we would like to see from our politicians. And, you know, I'll try to go through them. Loan level price adjustments. For people that don't know, you know, the lower your credit score, the more expensive your loan is, which is, it's not fair. It's like the rich get richer. So we have an advocacy position to eliminate loan level price adjustments, because of course when you look at the Sheba report, you'll see that black people tend to have worse credit and be in a worse financial position, therefore making it more expensive for us to acquire that position of homeownership. So if we eliminate that loan level price adjustment on loans, it'll open up some debt to income ratio, because there'll be less interest, which means that we'll be able to get more of our people into homeownership. Appraisal bias is a big thing. It's a hot ticket right now, but how can we create policies that help eliminate implicit bias in regards to the appraisal industry? Because studies show that 98% of appraisers in America are white men. White men. And so when you have people with implicit bias having this much influence over a transaction, it's not going to end well. It's not going to end well at all. It's a lot. So we have two other, I'm not even going to speak on it, y'all. Go to the website. Go to nayrap.com. I'm not even going to speak on it. But we are fighting. We are fighting, okay? And to this day, we're advocating. We have relationships with different politicians. In fact, we have our own political action committee, NatPAC 1947. And to this day, we fund campaigns of politicians that are going to fight for black homeownership in their position. So I say all this to say that NARAB, we have been through the fire. We have pushed to mold and open up doors. As Realtists, we are standing on the shoulders of giants. We wouldn't be in the position that we are as Realtists right now if it weren't for those that were bold enough to come before us and put in this work. And don't get it twisted. This is a volunteer organization. Nobody's getting paid from this. It is work, but it's a work of passion. And if you ask me, this is divine work. We are building the kingdom here on earth. It's happening. And so, it's our duty to take what's in front of us and take it to another level and continue to build. And we are doing that. We have the right leadership in place. This past convention had more Realtists. I talked to a lot of old heads. They said they ain't never seen that many people at a national convention. Over 1,300 black real estate. I won't just say black, but let's just say over 1,300 Realtists in one place. Hey, y'all, it's time. Let's take it to another level. And so the beauty of these pillars, I'm going to take it back one more time. The beauty of these pillars is that each one of these pillars can be implemented in our local chapters. So YRD, my YRD chapters out there, Madam Holmes, VP Memphis, pick a couple of these pillars and create programming around it, because that's what it's here for. We don't have to recreate the wheel. That's the beauty of it, my Realtists. We don't have to recreate the wheel. We can innovate. Now we can innovate. The wheel is there, but somebody might want to build a flying car, hey. But it's here. We don't have to recreate the wheel. We stand on the shoulders of giants. So let's do that and take it to another level. So with that being said, stay tuned. NARAB, YRD is doing it. YRD is doing it. If you're not a member and you're a Realtist, join YRD. Get plugged in. You want to be on the mailing list. You want to be on the text message list because we have things going on that if you're not tapped in, you're just going to miss out. And when it comes to NARAB, you don't want to miss out on opportunities, because this is magic that's happening right now. And it's a beautiful thing. Beautiful. So general body meeting, 4th Tuesday. I'll be here next Monday. I'm looking for YRDtv guests. I need guests. Hit the link in the bio. Hit the link in the description. It's going to take you to a link tree. If you want to be, come holler at me. Let's talk about what you're doing in your community. Let's talk about what you're doing in your chapter. Let's just chop it up for the people, because I want to pick the brains of Realtists from across the country, and that's the beauty of our organization. There's so many brilliant people that we have access to, that we can pick brains and, learn things and implement, and also share things. And that's the beauty of it. Madam Reddit, for instance, the beauty of NARAB. Madam Reddit, she had a referral from me. For me, she had a referral from me here in Toledo. She's down in Memphis, but she knew somebody that wanted to buy in Toledo, and they reached out, and we did business together and we got it done. And I appreciate her. And then I see her at the national convention, and it's all love, and that's the beauty of this business organization because it feels like family. We're growing, but we also making money together, and can't nobody, we're not doing it like that. So do me a favor, if you're watching, go ahead and hit that little bell button, because we'll be back next Monday. Hit the link in the bio, join YRD, hit the link in the bio. Hey, if there's somebody in your market that's just shining, that's just Realtist passion, that you feel needs recognition or deserves recognition, nominate them. Nominate them to be one of our spotlight trailblazers. Hit the link in the bio. Hit the link in the bio. YRDtv, General Body, every 4th Tuesday. And I'll be back next Monday. So with that being said, I appreciate y'all. It took y'all a little minute, but y'all came through. Memphis was tough. I saw my YRD execs in the building. That's what I'm talking about. But until next time, y'all, hold it down. Go out there and make some money. And hey, let's elevate. Let's keep it moving. This has been YRD TV. Good night.